Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. So for today we'll be looking at changing whole numbers from words to figures. Changing whole numbers from words to figures. So remember in our previous videos, we just finished changing whole numbers from figures to words. So for today we'll be changing from words to figures. Okay, let's quickly jump to the examples. Before we look at that, you must understand that when we are changing from figures to words or words to figures, what we deal with or what we use is the families, the groupings that we did. Remember the groupings, the unit family, the thousand family, the million family, the billion, the trillion, quadrillion, and the rest. So you must remember that when we are writing in words and in figures, we make use of grouping and the families. Okay, let's see. So what do we do here? Number one, write in figures 406,085. 406,085. So what do we have there? Now we must take note of the families that we have. I usually advise is best we underline the families. Underline the families we have. So we can see thousand family, and you must know that after the thousand family, the next family is unit. As we are coming down. So after thousand family, the next family you should have is the unit family. So we have 406,085. 406,085. Now there are basically two ways of writing in figures. So let me start with the first one. Now, the thousand family. So what do we have under that thousand? We have 406,000. So everything that comes before this family belongs to that family. So 406,000. Now that brings to the end for that family, and then we have 85. That is the new family. So what do we have for 1,000 family? This implies 1,000 will give us 406,000. 1,000 is six or three zeros. Then plus what do we have? 85. That's another family. 85. So what do we have there? And that will give us um, 406. Careful if we are adding it carefully, you will see. So there should be a zero in between there. Okay, so that is what we do. Now we come to the next one. What are the families we see? We have million. After that, we have thousand. And then remember, after the thousand, any other thing that comes after the thousand, it's the unit. So take note, the family names will always be there. You see the million, billion, thousand. It's only unit that you will not see because unit already stands for one. So you will likely not see unit there. So what do we have for million? What do we have for million? 10 million. 10 million is six zeros plus what do we have for thousand? 89,000. 89,000 plus what do we have for unit? 516. 500 and 516. Okay, so if we add this carefully, this will give us 10,089 and then 516. So that is the answer to that question. Okay, now that is the addition way, but we can also do it by picking the numbers directly without adding. Let's look at that. For example, 317,879,259. So what we have based on the families we have the million family, we have the thousand family, and then we have the unit family. Now, in this method, what you do is to make sure that all your families contain 3 digits. For example, going back here, you see that the only family that may not contain 3 digits is the first one. You know, when we are doing grouping, we group from the last digit. So you have to count three first before you group. It must be three. So the first family may not be up to three. It might be up to three, it may not be up to three. And remember, each family cannot pass three. So in the first family may or may not be up to three. So that is the only one that can be permitted not to be 3 digits. But once you pass the first family, every other families must be 3 digits. But if the number you are given is not three, for example, you have a family, maybe it carries six, only six, and you need to write six to get 3 digits. How would you write six to give you 3 digits? That will give us 006. If you have 75 to give us 3 digits, that would be 075. So these are some key things you need to take note of. All right. So let's see. All right. So 317 million. Now take note of this. Million comes first. What do we have under the million family? 317 million. 317 million. The next thing is what? 879,000. 879,000. So the thousand has 879, and then the unit has 259. Unit has 259. Okay, let's see. So for the million, we have 317, 317. I think that is up to 3 digits. Now, this one we are not adding, we are just writing it direct. So that million means we bring in our comma, so that we move to the next family. So we go to the next family, the thousand family. Thousand family starts from where the million stops. The next family continues. So 879,000, 879,000, 879,000. So 879, the thousand will bring in our comma, and then the unit family has 259, 259, 259. I believe you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you've seen that all my from the unit, this is 3 digits, this is 3 digits, and then this is also 3 digits. So this first family may or may not, this one may or may not be up to 3 digits. Okay, we move to number 4. Still from this method, 8 billion, see our billion family, 207 million, see our billion family, 9,000, see our thousand family, 115. This is our unit. Immediately after the thousand, any other thing that comes is unit. Okay, let's see. Like I said, the first family, this is the only one that we can permit not to have 3 digits. So we can permit that 8 billion, we have our 8, comma. Any other family coming in now must carry 3 digits. So let's see. 207 million, 207 million, 207 million, okay? 9,000. Now look at this. 9,000. What is our, this is how you write 9. but we need this 9 to be 3 digits. 3 digits. So what do we do? 0, 0. Don't put the 0 after the number. If you put it after the number, that means you've changed the number. So we have not changed this thing. 009 is still the same thing as 9. So we have here 009 and then 115. That's 115. So that's 8,207,009,115. Okay, we proceed to final question before you take yours. 2,315,000,000,000, 6,015,000. Okay, there should be a comma here. 15,000 and then 179. Okay, let's see what we have. This implies 2 trillion. So trillion, this is the only one that is permitted to have, not to have 3 digits. So what do we have? 2 trillion, 2, comma, 315. 315. That's 315, comma, 6,000,000. 6,000,000. How do we write our 6 to give us 3 digits? 006. 15,000. 15, that's 015. 179. 179. So this is our number: 2,315,000,000,000, 6,015,179. All right. So that brings us to the end of our examples. So we'll move straight to your activities. Remember, I said mathematics has to do with practice. You must practice mathematics so that you will enjoy mathematics. All right. So please do well to pause the video and carefully go through everything you need to go through here so that you have a better understanding of what is happening. Mathematics is all about solving. The more you practice, the more you are good at it. All right. So that brings us to the end of our lesson. Please, thank you for watching this video. Do well to share, like, and subscribe. And please share to your friends. It can go a long way. Thank you and see you in our next video.